and welcome to the show. So, got one question for you. Do you remember last year when the candidate Joe Biden was running for election and he called out Donald Trump for not being able to walk down a ramp wearing dress shoes, a slick ramp, and because the president walked very slowly, he thought it was kind of odd and strange and felt that he was out of shape. Well, let's talk about out of shape and what came next for Mr. Biden there. When we get back, can't wait to see you. All right, welcome back. Anybody know what the name of that song is, that tune that we start off the show with? If you do, somebody give me a comment and let me know what it is. Let's see who's paying attention. I don't know that I've ever called the name of that tune out. But anyway, last year, let's talk about old Joe there. Now, you know, as entertaining as he can be, I do feel bad for him sometimes. You know, there's stumbling, fumbling Joe. There's mean, angry Joe. There's delusional Joe. And there's just crazy old Joe. I mean, face it, that's who he is. It depends on who shows up at the podium. And forgetful Joe, you know, he's kind of always there. And you'll have to watch his press conferences because he's all over the place, very sporadic. Who knows what. It's kind of like, you know, you hate to see this happening to anybody, but I think people knew this was going on long before he was put in the position that he's in. So I tell you, you have to feel bad for him, but understand that you know, these are everyday things that happen to people, and you know, be no difference than we were trying to hide it for, I guess, our parents to keep it away from everybody. What's going on with him too? But anyway, it's newsworthy, noteworthy, and interesting enough, the media doesn't really report it. I think that was the wind blew the president down. Well, checking on the wind that day, wind was running at about 10 to 12 miles per hour. So I don't think there's a 10 mile an hour, 12 mile an hour that can do a whole lot with you. Think about that. Just think about that. A pitcher in the major league goes up and says, yes, I pitched the ball. It was 10 mile an hour. If it's 12 miles per hour, think about that. Wow, you could walk it from the pitcher's mound to the plate. Think about that now. So without further ado, let's take an opportunity to see how this kind of transitioned forward about dear old Joe here. So let's see what happened. Ooh. Ow. Oh, whoa, stay down, Joe. Stay down. Come on, work with us. Okay, now, question I have, after 3 times to get up there, where was the Secret Service? Where was his handlers? They actually thought they could send him up a rubberized set of stairs, folks. These stairs are rubberized. They are not carpet. They are rubberized to keep you from falling. Think about that. They rubberized these stairs for the president. Think about that. If they'd have done that for Trump, that would have been headline news worldwide. It would have been unbelievable. But a ramp, a slick ramp that you walk down, that you're not familiar with walking down, that you're a little concerned about slipping and falling because you go down very slowly down that ramp. And grant you, I looked at it and thought, well, yeah, he just don't want to fall and bust his butt in front of the country, because what happens is you fall down and bust your butt in front of the country, and you fall down and you fall down and you fall down and you fall down and you finally get up. Man, the wolves will be at the door of our country at any minute. If you see someone who cannot stabilize himself, who cannot stay on their feet, who cannot be in a position, who cannot go to the podium without struggling, forgetting, not knowing where he's at, not knowing what he's doing. I mean, think about it. People are propping him up. You know, there are questions there and the media refuses to answer. Hey, let's get some answers. Let's get some real questions. Let's find out what's going on in that world. I mean, think about it. It's odd, it's strange, it's different. So we really need to get some answers to what's going on with Dear Joe there. And yes, we do deserve some answers. Let's see if we can get some at this press conference right here that Joe had to go to the other day in first press conference in how many days, 60-some days. And let's kind of see what kind of answers he gives there. I'd be interested. So let's check it out.
Sorry. Oh,
Oh,
Sing Man, Miss Kim.
Joe, what was your question? Wow, even from the New York Post. Think about that, folks. Interesting at all, isn't it? All I got to say is it's a very interesting times that we're living in, and for these kind of things to happen at our government, what's going on, what's happening, think about it. Who knows? We're not getting the right answers. We're not getting the true answers. We're not getting the correct answers. We're getting a bunch of cover up. Let's think about it. Let's try to find out what's going on. Let's hope that our media finally will come around and talk about who is in the White House, who's really in the White House, who's running the show, what's really going on, and how are we going to deal that at a future date. I mean, this is getting really silly. We've got countries out there, foreign countries, these countries on the avenue of aggression toward our country, and yet we have a president who can't get on his feet, can't stay on his feet, can't get through a press conference, and he's being propped up at the jukebox. What's next? You know what's probably next. And it's unfortunate because who we got to come in right behind him is probably no better. Of course, they'll be able to stand on their own. They just won't make their own decisions. They never have. So think about that, folks. Crazy as it sounds, what's going on with Joe? I don't know. You don't know. But we all suspect something. It's time for the media to come out and tell the truth. It's time for them to be real about everything. And I don't think that that's going to happen. That's not been happening. So why would they start letting it happen now? So without further ado, let me say one more thing. Always be real. Always be safe. And always, always be ready. Until we have this conversation again, y'all have a great day. Come back and see us now. And next show, we're going to talk about a new sponsor that I have. Looking forward to that.